demonstrate how I rig a slackline in my backyard using A-frames and permanent ground anchors. I'll demonstrate the classic primitive rig method that normally involves 2 anchor slings, a slackline, 3 carabiners, and 2 line lockers. For my particular A-frame and permanent ground anchor setup, I require 4 extra carabiners and 1 multiplier to tension my line. This is simply an extra carabiner. First, I must connect each sling to an anchor like this for both anchor slings. And here's the other sling and anchor. Then, I take one end of my slackline, fold it, and insert the folded section into a line locker. I pull the folded section through the line locker and slip it into the line locker like this. I take an extra carabiner and I clip it through the folded loop that I just pulled through. I clip the carabiner to the sling. I actually added an extra carabiner to the sling and I removed it, so this is what it looks like. 2 carabiners clipped to the anchors, 1 carabiner clipped between the slackline and the sling. The tail should be under the slackline like this. And then I pull the long line on top to tighten this connection like this. Before I continue, I make sure my A-frames are in place. So I have these set up and a chair to keep it from falling. I sling the slackline over my A-frame. I've actually added rolled up socks to protect the line. Then I straighten my line and run it all the way to the second A-frame. And I'm also going to fold it and loop it through a line locker. I actually want the line locker to be on the other side of the A-frame. I'll show you this next. As with the other end, you insert the folded part of the slackline through the line locker and insert an extra carabiner through the loop you created, and you sling the slackline over the second A-frame like this. There's the other A-frame. Here's the second one. Now comes the tensioning system. So you pull the line over the A-frame, then with your other anchor sling, you have the carabiner here, and you clip it so that you clip over the line. After you've clipped over the line, you pull the line up and through the carabiner and back to the other carabiner of the line locker. You open the gate, you slip the line from the top side, and then so that the line is now facing down, and I'm pulling it. So here it is again. And now I'm pulling that line. So you pull on this piece, you open the gate, and you slip the line in so that it comes from under the line and the tail faces up like this. Now, with this piece that I'm holding, I'm going to get this piece that I'm holding between where my thumb is, between the carabiner and this other section of the line. So this piece that I'm holding is going to go between this carabiner and this section of the line. I'm going to pause so I can use my other hand. See that? So this piece I'm holding is now between the carabiner and the other part of the slackline that was already there. And I'm going to give it up. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I've clipped this tail end of the line through this gate I opened so that the line is coming from top to bottom. And like the other side, I'm going to slip this piece I'm holding on to between the carabiner and this other section of the line that's already in place. Okay, so this piece, this loose piece, is going to go between the carabiner and this section of the line. Okay, so you can see that the tail section that's moving is between the carabiner and the other section of the line that was already in place. And I'm going to pull. Okay? I've managed to pull it this tight without any assistance. And just take a look at the setup again. Okay, so we started off with this clip here, with this piece at the bottom coming through, and then under the carabiner and over. Okay. And then over this carabiner and down under. So this is the middle line. And then up and between that piece that was already there and the carabiner. And then up again. And then between the carabiner and the piece that was already there. Then I pulled it tight. This is as tight as I got it. Now I'm going to use a multiplier to get this line even tighter. Since this line is made of polyester, I actually don't need to pull it too tight, but I'll just show you how I use a multiplier to get it even tighter. Similar with the line locker, you fold a piece of your tail and you insert the fold through a carabiner with the opening of the gate facing up. Okay. So with the loop facing up, we're going to make a pretzel fold. My dad's holding the camera now. Like this, okay? Then you take the tail and you open the gate of the other carabiner. Put it. My multiplier actually fell, so I have to put it back in. Okay, there's the pretzel. There you go. Now we have the tail already slung through this carabiner. Now we open this gate. Put the tail in. Okay, this is our multiplier, and when I pull, I'm going to be able to tension it with a lot of ease. See, the gate is opening because of the position of the pretzel. That's okay. Okay. Then we take off the carabiner and we will loop it again. Do the pretzel over. the tail's already in here because I didn't touch it. Now bring the tail through the gate. Oh, this gate's facing down. Doesn't really matter, but it's easier when it's facing up. Slip the tail. Okay. Then I'm going to give it a nice tug. Okay. And you take the tail out. Undo the pretzel. Redo the pretzel. Get your tail that's sticking out, you'll straighten it. And open the gate, stick the line in, and give it another tug. You keep repeating this process until you reach your desired tightness. So now our slackline setup is done. We only need to straighten the A-frames. However, it's good to have it at a slight angle, facing with a shorter angle towards the anchor, so that when the slackliner or rider is on the line, right, the line will slack downwards, and it will actually cause the A-frames to converge slowly. So naturally the A-frames will push in this direction when the rider is on top. So that concludes my demo. Thank you for watching. A little bit like a railway line, but we can still flat. This is a polyester line, so it's stiff and it's very nice to walk on. Okay, that concludes the video.